Hi guys, and welcome to DWC Academy. This is our channel for our Facebook group Design with Canva. Today you're going to learn how to create this particular type of design. Irrespective of the size you're going to use, you're going to learn how to create this and play around with text, and not necessarily using the text effect that you already have in Canva. You're going to learn how to do this using the effects made for photos and images. So that's what you're going to be learning how to do today. Now, but without wasting your time, let's just jump right into the design where I break down every single thing for you so you know how we are going to be solving that. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you need to smash that subscribe button there and like this video. Hopefully at the end of the video you are going to comment to tell us exactly what you would like to learn or what key takeaway points you got from this particular tutorial. So let's start designing. Now, irrespective of the size that you want to use for your particular design, you could use any size that you want to use, but in my case I decided to use the presentation dimension. Now that is 1080 by 1920. It's going to be a landscape. That's what you can use. It depends on the type of design that you want to create. You can still do this for your social media posts or everything you want to do in design. Now, one more thing to know is that this is a particular tutorial that will be useful to you if you have a pro Canva account. Now that I think these are the few things you need to know before we just start designing. Now I'm just gonna break this down for you to know. Here we've got this particular text here, and this one here I just added them like wobble and spin, and because these are going to be the effects we're going to be working with, and you certainly need to know them before we even start using them entirely. Now you're also going to see this line here that's got one edge of it transparent and the other part is really hard with the color, and then playing around with most of these effects to achieve something like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new page, and for the new page what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here on text and I'm going to type some words that I think we should use. And what I'm going to type here is I'm going to type effects for text. Okay, now this is really good. I'm just going to add in Canva. So I'm using these effects for text in Canva. Now it doesn't really matter. What you are going to just do is play around with this to get exactly what you would want to achieve, and that's why we're here. Now I want this to have two lines, so I'm going to just duplicate this way, and for this particular one I'm going to take this one away, and here what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this one away. Perfect. Now the next thing to do is just increase this fit in whatever you want to do. On a Mac I'm using a shift, I'm using an option. I don't know what you're going to use if you are using Windows. Maybe alternate will work for you or shift might work for you, but just give it an option. If you try to use alternate and it doesn't work, you can use command or control, and that for me on a Mac I'm using option, and that's certainly going to work. Now I still want to break this into 3, so I'm just going to duplicate this again. Now right here what I want to do is I'm going to remove Canva from here, and I'm going to remove this text from here because I don't need it, right? Now this is what we have. We have text effects. Okay, effects for text in Canva. Now this is certainly good. We can just try to put this way. I'm going to use this to create a thumbnail for this particular video, so I'm going to be sure that this is going to be the effect you're going to see. It's going to be what you will see in this video when I have totally uploaded it. Now this, I'm going to just put this, okay, I think this is good like this for the course of this tutorial. This is what we're going to do, and now we have this, so we have 3 different lines of text, and I'm going to just duplicate it 3 times. So we have this one and we also have this one. So right now we've got 3. Now what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to just delete the 2 of it, and this one I'm going to delete this one and this one. Now on the last one I'm just going to delete this 2. I don't want them, so I'm just going to bring this right to the middle right here. Just bring it here, and you can increase it if you want to. Now you can also bring this one here to the middle if you want to. All you're going to do as well is increase it. That's what I'm doing, increasing it. And this one too, I'm going to also bring it right to the middle that we have right here. And this is good. All you're going to do as well, increase it. Now, this is where, and this is why you need a pro account, because you're going to have to download this with a transparent background, and you need a pro account to be able to do that. In my case, I have a pro account, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here and tap on download, and we already have 4 pages. So what I'm going to do is, this is suggested high quality image, that's what we're going to use, and I wanted to have transparent background, so I needed to have a certain number of pages that I'm going to be using, and that's why I'm going to select here. I'm going to check all of it and uncheck the first one because I do not want it, and I'm going to just come here and type done, and when it's just say download, and we wait for our for our image to just download. Now design is pretty much ready. I'm going to click on it to unzip, and here we have it here. What I'm going to do is select all of it and bring it into Canva. Now it's already in Canva. I do not need these pages again, so I'm just going to delete them, and they are already deleted them, so I'm just going to add a new page. And to work with this particular design, I want the background to be in black. Remember, the first text we have is effects, so I'm going to bring that here, and I'm going to just reduce this like this because I really want it to be a little bit slow like this. Maybe just increase it because of the effects we're going to be adding to it. I'm going to bring it right here. That's where I want it to be. And I'm going to bring the other one, so effects for text in Canva. And this is also going to be like this. And I'm going to just bring it right here. Now the last one I want to use is the Canva. So I'm going to bring in Canva right here. You see we have this here, and it's just pretty good. What I'm going to do is take it around this position here. You can see we have this text effects for text in Canva. Now we have this ready and we are good to go. Now this is where I'm going to show you what you need to do. Remember, this is not just a text, it is an image that we downloaded from Canva using transparent background, and we are going to add the effects for images to this particular image that we have here. So all you're going to do, tap on whatever the one you want to add the effect on and go over to effects, and here you have tons of effects. You've got the door turn, you've got the bad TV, color mix, you've got the glitch, pixelate, you also got slides, and so many of it here. But what I'm going to be using for this particular tutorial is Liquify. So now when you go to Liquify, you're going to see different effects under the Liquify effect. You're going to see shade, flow, smear, smudge, so many of them, wobble. And we're going to use majorly here, we're going to use flow, we're going to use melt, and we can also try wobble to see what that will give to us. I just want to show you how to create a design like this in Canva, and let's get started. Now I'm going to just go here and choose melt. You can see the effect already is being applied to that particular design, to that particular image we already downloaded. Now if you tap on these lines here, you can see this is the filter icon in Canva. You can tap on that and it allows you to add an amount of melt, scale, and speed for that particular effect. And what I'm going to do is, if I increase it, you can see it's distorting it entirely, and I can as well reduce it. You can also play with the scale to make it look like this, and then the speed is also something else that you also need to consider. But here I need to work on the scale to remove the scale, reduce the scale a little bit. I like it this way. This is really good for me, and I think it's pretty awesome. So all I'm going to do is just tap on apply, and that's pretty good. Now for the next one, you can decide to use a different type of Liquify effect, and in this case I'm going to use wobble. Now this is what wobble is going to do for you. So I'm going to make it feel like it's wobbling. Now you can add amount and size, unlike the other one where you can add scale. And wobble, all you're going to do is you can just add amount and size. Now this is the amount, it's talking about the amount of its ability to wobble, and you can just put it this way. You can also change the size like this. Remember, you also want it to be really good. So you can just keep it this way, and I like it like this. It's pretty awesome for me, super cool. I like it this way. So you can see effects for text in Canva. It's really getting interesting right now. So that's it, and when you're done, just tap and apply. and you can go to the next one, which is Canva. And for this one, I'm going to use a different type of Liquify effect, and I'm thinking of using maybe shake. I don't know. Okay, shake is really good. We could also use spin. Yes, spin is also good because I use spin in this design, so I'm going to use spin right here. We're going to go to the filter here and also add amount and position. Now you can choose the position of where you want it to be. You can see it, it's actually working. So it's giving you that effect of a horror movie. Now I like that. All you need to do is just reduce it this way, and also go ahead to reduce it this way. Now when you're done, just tap and apply, click on it, and it gives you this particular wonderful effect that you want to really have it. So this is how to go around and playing with effects in Canva. If you don't want to just use a text effect and you want to add more features to your text, this is what you're going to do. Now you can see we've got this tiny little stars or dots around. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. So what you want to do is go over to elements, and in my case I have some elements that I've used in a while, and this is the one that I use for that one. It's called seamless pattern winter background with snowflakes, winter sails. So that's just the name, and it's actually more by Everlead. So Everlead are the one who created this particular one, and it is free for all Canva Pro users. You've got the keywords here. You can go ahead and search for them if you want to. Now what you would do is I just tapped on it and I brought it here, but because it's a fully white, I want to give it a little bit of gray, so I'm just going to choose this gray and play around with the transparency. I'm going to just use 88 for it because I think that's going to be good, and you can go ahead to increase it if you don't want, or you could just go ahead to reduce it. But in this case, to make the tutorial fast, I'm going to just increase it like this. So I'm going to make sure we have it like this, and this is just what we're going to be using. Right, now we've got this here. What I'm going to do is duplicate it down as well. You can see that, and I'm going to also bring it down again, and I'm also going to still bring it down again. So this is how to come about to put this type of texture to your design if that's what you want. Now the next thing I want to show you how to do is how to add this big dot here that makes it look like it's a fill in the text. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now that particular one I use is called Halftone pattern. I just searched for patterns and I got that. You can also search for textures, you could get that. If you search for vector, dotted, grunge, fade, overlays, you're going to get a whole lot of effects and backgrounds and stuff you could use to spice up your design to make it really good and super interesting for visual communication. So that's it, and I'm going to just select this one because that's what I used. Now you can see it's giving me this wonderful effect here for my text. I could just go ahead to just increase it like this, and I could just put it this way and maybe just drag it to the top like this, and trust me, this is going to be good. Now you can see that we have this all around here, and it's really awesome, pretty cool. What you want to do is if you tap out, you'd notice that it has that flow around it, just around the body right there. Now what you want to do is select all of this that you have, select all of this, and you can just go ahead to group them if you want to. So you can go ahead to group them. In my case, I'm just going to group them. So we have this, and we have this, we have this one, and this one, and this, and this, and this, we've got this. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to group all of them together. You can see we have them grouped, and what I can do, I can actually play around with them right here. You can see it and play with them right here. What I'm going to do is position it, and I'm going to bring it to the front. Now right now it's in the front of this design. You can see it right here. I can go ahead now to reduce it if I want to. I can just reduce it if I want to, and I'm going to have something like this if I reduce it, and I can still go ahead to duplicate it. Okay, I can go ahead to duplicate it and have the awesome feel that I still want to have for my design. So here you can see it's pretty good and really awesome. Now I can just copy this, and I can just click on this and ungroup it, and because we don't have one here, so I'm just going to fill in this space with 1, and we also don't have one right here, so I'm going to fill in this space here with 1. Now you can see that we have this effect totally occupied right here, and it's really cool, and we're good to go. I'm just gonna take this one again to fill it here. Now all I'm doing is I'm filling all the portions here that will expose that particular design that I already have there, and another one needs to be here, so I'm just gonna put that right there. So you can see it's filling it, and it's also giving the text a different kind of effect, and that's how to go about creating stuff like this in Canva. And the next thing I want to show you is how to create this line here to really look transparent on both ends. To do that, simply go to this triangle here, and you can just select that. If you don't want it, you can go ahead and choose the line. It's almost the same thing. And you just want to, first you want to increase it like this, and you also want to reduce it like this. You can go ahead and still increase it if that's what you want, and put it this way. Now what you're going to do is you could just drag it to this portion here and change the color to white. Now you are going to look for something else. It's called, you're going to go to gradient, and when you go to gradient, you're going to search for this particular type of transparent gradient here. It's called gradient that fades to transparency. So that's what you want to use. What you're going to do, tap on that, and it appears here. Make sure you change both colors to black, and you're going to choose this to black as well, and you are going to put it right here. Remember, you can as well increase it if that's the purpose of whatever you want to do. You can as well increase it like this. You can increase it like this. That's still good, and you can just go ahead and duplicate it on this other end here. And what you want to do here is you're going to rotate it to negative 180. Now if you rotate it to negative 180, that's pretty good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to select this one, select this one. You're going to group them. When you group them, you're going to go over to position, and you're going to send them to back. Now you can see it's just going to back instantly. If you don't want that, you can use another style to bring it to front a little bit. You can bring it forward like this, which is still pretty good. You can still play around with this. After bringing it this way, you can go ahead to play with the other text effect here, like this one. You can play around with it by bringing it over, take position, and bring it forward in front of that particular effect that you have there. But you'll have to do a lot of edits to make sure that it's bringing out, it's coming out well as you would want it to. If that's not really giving you what you want, all I'm going to say you should do is go ahead and send it to go back again and put it this way. Yeah, and put it this way. Now this particular effect that you've got here, you're going to take position and you're going to send it to back. So you can see that it has that line over there, and that line is really making your design to come out pretty good. Now if that is exactly what you want, you can go ahead to duplicate it, bring it to another place. You can as well put it just below here. If that's what you want, you go to position, you can also send it to back. Now you can see the effect you are giving to this particular design right here, and that is what you can do for that entirely. Remember, these are certainly elements, and it means that you can go ahead and change their colors to certainly fit whatever you want to do online, and that is how you can go about that. If you want to use this for a thumbnail on YouTube, and I will go back here to type Canva, and if I'm going to type in Canva, I'm going to use this particular here, and I'm just going to bring it right here. So I'm just going to bring it right here and put it here, so you're going to know that we're talking about Canva right here. So we could just play around with it, maybe put it here or even to the top here, but I think here is going to be really good because we have used all the space and you just want to make use of negative space. Now just bring it closer, and that is it. So this is how you can go about creating this wonderful effect effects for your text in Canva, and you have nothing to worry about. It's going to make your text come out with an awesome feel, and you're going to really be excited that you did. So this comes to the end of our tutorial today on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, I want you to smash that subscribe button there. I also want you to like if you haven't liked it, and I also want you to go ahead and comment, tell me if you learned something really new in this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, I dab.